Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. Mollie Tibbetts case. It's just a small development, but I saw in the Des Moines Register that they discussed it a little bit about his alias. The person who's been charged with her murder, Cristhian Rivera. He went under the alias of John Bud. John Bud, like from Bud from Kill Bill. So, and this has not been confirmed by anybody from law enforcement or his attorneys, but according to the Associated Press, the name under which Rivera was hired and paid for the last 4 years was confirmed by 3 people with knowledge of his employment history, according to the Associated Press. They spoke on a condition of anonymity. Wow, I got that on the first try. Because they were not authorized to release the information during an ongoing criminal investigation. One of the people said Rivera's work identity as John Bud appears in official government records. All right, so John Bud. Okay, so the Yarrabee Farms. I just thought some of the discussion it's from the attorney, the immigration attorney that is works for Yarrabee Farms in this instance, or on an ongoing basis. I'm not real sure. And some of the other experts, some of their comments were a little on the ridiculous side. This issue is a non-issue for me for the most part. It really is. I'm pro-Trump, even though, I know about Don Jr., wrote the op-ed, and the father and him went back and forth. It had nothing to do with why I was just following this case, But still, some of the statements, they're definitely borderline absurd, in my opinion. Just my opinion. So, but it says Lori Chesser, an immigration employment attorney advising the farm, said the companies cannot discriminate against workers based on how they look or how their names sound, which is fine, obviously. Farm officials have said Bahina Rivera presented an out-of-state ID. We don't know which state that is. I mean, we can all assume, but I don't know. And a social security number. So I don't know. I saw one guy on Twitter trying to nail down the John Bud person. If that's like a real person's name, if that's a real person's ID, name with this social security number associated with it, I think it normally is. It's like somebody that's deceased, or something like that. And I'm not going to pull up whatever. The person had a couple different people, like a guy from Des Moines who had been deceased. I don't know. So they believed he was the person depicted in those documents until his arrest last month. One of the things that was interesting is, according to this attorney, they claim he went by that name at work. He answered to that name, John Bud, not Cristhian Rivera. But his Facebook page says Cristhian Rivera. Again, this issue, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference to me. It doesn't. But if we're going to speak about it truthfully, we're going to speak about it truthfully, and that's what I'm trying to do. That's all. So the farm followed legal requirements to examine the documents and determined that they appeared genuine on their face and related to the person presenting them. Chester said, questioning a name or other characteristic would violate anti-discrimination provisions of the law. During his 4 years at the farm, near the small town of Brooklyn, Iowa, Bahina Rivera, quote, was called and responded to the name he used in the hiring process. Chester said he lived in a trailer owned by the farm as a benefit of his employment, as do about half of its 10 workers. The farm did not use the government's voluntary E-Verify system. It's unclear whether E-Verify would have detected any red flags with Bahina Rivera's claimed identity. Police say Bahina Rivera followed and confronted Tibbetts. There was Immigration and Customs informants declined to comment on whether the agency is investigating Yarrabee Farms, which has said that it received dozens of angry phone calls after Bahina Rivera was arrested. Employers typically do not face legal consequences for hiring a worker under false documents as long as they were not involved in obtaining them. Absent unusual circumstances, it would be difficult to show they knew any more than what they were told, Teague said, adding that it would be pretty racist to assume John Bud could not be Hispanic. Actually, I don't know. Assuming he's Hispanic, is maybe a little racist. I mean, this is how silly we've become. Who really cares? Actually, assuming somebody's Hispanic is an illegal, is an undocumented immigrant, that's racist. But I mean, sometimes let's just be a little bit more common sense. And sometimes, a little bit of common sense will prevent some bad things from happening. Not maybe in this instance. I'm just saying, in generally speaking. I'm not a big fan of the thing of like where women aren't allowed to be afraid because of a strange man, and because they don't want to be considered a racist because they suspect the person might be a danger to them. I don't think that's fair. I think women can be afraid if they want. Anybody can be afraid. And it doesn't matter. They don't have to worry about, hurting somebody's feelings and then put themselves at risk just because they don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. It's silliness, dude. But anyway, so whether anyone else knew Bahar Rivera as John Budd is unclear. The 24-year-old had a Facebook page under his real name, and his account listed many friends from the Central Iowa area. He has a girlfriend, a young daughter. His former attorney said Bahar Rivera had neither an Iowa-issued identification under any name nor any known criminal history or interactions with police. It's unclear who owned the car that he allegedly used to follow Tibbetts. Somebody said in the comments, but I don't want to. That's not confirmed. So, and it sounded right to me, but I'll leave it out for now. And that's all there is right now. I would be really interested to see what, as the case goes to court, goes to trial. I don't know when that is. We'll start to learn a lot more. And that's the story there. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I will see you in the next video. Later, man.